Are we on the verge of another recession? Well, today I'm going to share with you how my portfolio has went from being up hundreds of thousands of dollars to down nearly overall 300 grand. I'm Grant. Let's get in the video. So in today's video, I'm going to show you my winners, my losers, and some things that I regret not selling, as well as some things I would probably regret buying. So we're going to go into this. I'm going to share it with you, and it's bad. It's so bad. So without further ado, let's go to my computer. So here we are on my computer. Let's talk about some winners right now. GUSH. Okay, so I started this channel out years ago investing money into my stock portfolio. You've seen me take over $700,000 in profits just this year, or nearly, in stock wins, which has actually now turned my portfolio into a negative portfolio by taking the profits. However, I made the money. I have money to reinvest, and it doesn't look as good. So here we are. Before we get into gush, let's talk about the total unrealized gain. $283,430.57 down. That's 22% down on my net worth of my stock portfolio. Pretty sad. Today's gain has been negative $34. I wish. Negative $34,000 and some change. And then my net account value that was as much as nearly 2 million, 1.8 over 1.8 is now 1.25. And understand, when you take that money that you made and you reinvest it, one, you got to pay taxes on it unless you take a loss. And two, let's just be honest here, not only am I going to be paying taxes on $700,000 or close to it or whatever, I need to get the exact number for you, but the biggest issue is, when I reinvest that money and I start losing money on it, it's a stressful feeling. So, whether you have $1,000 invested, whether you have $100 invested or $1 million invested, we all have that sinking feeling of losing our money, things not working out, and that's what this video is about. So let me share this with you. So let's back to GUSH. Goodness gracious, this thing was up $210,000 2-3 weeks ago. And I thought about selling it, but Gush at one point, to share this with you, was at a bunch of money a share. As you can see, 14,000, but more realistic numbers, it was at 1,100 and 1,900 in 2019, and then it started to plummet, and I bought it at $30 a share, so I'm still doing pretty solid on this here investment. That is my biggest winner remaining. All of my other winners are dwindling fast. So I was up on Carnival, Norwegian, and Royal, probably $120,000, $150,000 at one point on all three. The cruise shop stocks have started to sink. Nothing really has changed in the company from what I have been reading and what I've been able to find, but it's just faith in the market. Everything's starting to plummet. The Dow started out in August and October of 2021, hitting that 36,000 mark and passing it up. Now we're flirting with the $30,000 mark. Today we're down 30 points. Not that great. Oh, it just went up 40 points. So that's nice. Why is my gain still? Let's refresh this. $33,000 down. Not that bad. Anyway, but like right now, MGM at one point I was up almost $50,000. Wells Fargo in the 30s. So not selling has its consequences, especially when the economy is in the situation that it's in, with rising gas prices, with high inflation. With interest rates on housing rising rapidly. So, if you locked in that 30-year fixed mortgage, then you're pretty satisfied. But everybody that has those adjustable rates, everybody that's having a hard time affording their stuff, or everybody trying to buy something now, it's really hitting you pretty hard. So hopefully your refinance does not come around this time, and if it does, I feel for you. I mean, I really do. But that's why we try to lock in those 30-year fixed mortgages. But on commercial, you can't. So it's just it's a stressful time. So here we go. Wells Fargo, it's got up $12,000. Nothing crazy. All my gains have dwindled away. But I did sell ExxonMobil. I sold Sasol. I sold Oxy. I sold all of these companies. And then Golden is a company I was up 700% on, and I pretty much accidentally bought them. But I've done a lot of these sales, and now The money's there, kinda ish, but it's stressful. So now there's my winners are one thing. I mean, shoot, I was up 20,000 on Disney at one point. Now it's only $1,200. So United, I bought United a lot lower than this. I've sold it twice, but here we go. I own it for 34. It's at $35 right here. So you're really getting into a lot of these stocks where you're able to buy them at pretty good bargains. So that's all my winners. Let's jump into my losers, and then I want to talk about some other things. So for instance, SPXU. This is that stock that I recommend you do not buy. I've bought myself down in it. If there is a recession and the market does crash, then there's a chance I'll make my money back. But it is not a safe bet. It is a historic loser. And even when the market is crashing-ish, 6,000 points, it's not, and this one tracks the S&P, but they all tend to track with each other. When the market's going down and we're possibly in a looming recession, it's still not near making me any money. So there's that one. Big loss, $109,000, but at one point it was like 175. Right here, SNDL. So I have been buying SNDL. At one point it was $2 and some change not too long back. I'm going to keep buying a little bit more, not much. I have almost 200,000 shares of it. So if this stock does pop off and return to its former, not glory, but just a little better, I will have a great day. This has been a wild ride for me. At this point, I would sell if I could make a tad bit of a profit. But hey, everybody on the casino sitting there and say, one more time, AMC. So AMC, I'm down $58,000 from once being up 200 grand. I'm still holding, I'm still buying, but it's very stressful. I'll say that. This one here, whew. I jumped in with a couple buddies that bought this, and I just kept buying in the dip, and now, it's rough. I'm down $47,000 on this investment. Carnival Cruise Line, I'll probably be buying once again. This is new. I'm down $40,000 in Carnival. I have 7,000 shares, and it's at $9.40. I'm going to be looking hard at Carnival once again. I'm going to do a little bit more research to make sure that I'm not missing something. But I tell you, it's stressful. It's stressful watching your investments for no necessarily rhyme or reason to plummet. It really is. So this is just a quick reminder to share with you guys that, I also sold TEL not too long back, so I rebought it a little bit, 5,000 shares, so I'm down on it, so I'm going to be rebuying that in the dip. TEL's one, I sold TEL like $5.60 or so, and it went all the way up in the sixes. Amazon recently is another loser for me. XSPA has been a love-hate relationship with me, and I've never made money with them. I've already lost $12,000, so here's another 13 because I rebought back in, or kept buying in the dip after I sold some. But it gave me a tax break. That was great. So just to show you, I've got a ton of losers right now, and it doesn't make me terrible at this. I've made more money in the stock market than I've made, at my job or anything else. And when I tell you it was my Super Bowl, so the money I've actually made is here. I'm reinvesting it in a very volatile time, and I'm going to be buying more in the dip. So let's just look at cash on hand. So cash on hand, I should have about 250. Yep. So $256,000. I am not buying anything this video. I am in a waiting period where probably in the next couple weeks to a couple months, I really don't want to spend more than $50,000 of this cash on the side, because if a company really takes a hit and I feel that I can make another 2-year run at it and buy it, hold it, and then eventually sell it with long-term capital gains in my pocket, which means I'm not paying my normal income tax. I'm paying about 20%. I will absolutely do that. So I want to have some cash on the side in the event that happens. So there's a recap on my portfolio just to share with you. If your portfolio is hurting right now, you are not alone. My portfolio was up 200 grand last month, and now we are sitting at a massive $300,000 loss. I've reinvested a lot of my profits, which now I really wish I still had them. So you can't time the market. Just keep buying consistently. Keep diversifying your portfolio. And also just know a stock is never a win or a loss until you sell it. So do not sell when things are at their all-time lows. Don't invest more than you're able to invest, so you don't need to go and sell that for groceries, rent, or anything else. Try to invest within your means so that way you can leave it long-term until that investment pays off. And if you're scared about individual stocks, always go for the mutual funds and try to find one that tracks the S&P 500. Hope you have a fantastic afternoon. We don't do outros anymore. I believe in you 100%. See you later.